Oh, you know what time it is.
Someone's saying call on the dogs.
Oh, okay.
All right, the dogs are called on.
We'll take it. Let's get hog wild, everybody. Soo-wee!
The Hog Boys are back.
Bacony boys back in town.
We're rolling in our own slop, and we're loving it.
Good. That's what I say about slop and big balls.
Let's kick things off.
Okay, let's kick it off. Do you want me to kick it off with that thing I was about to tell you?
Yes, kick it off.
Multiple women who I am friends with
Are alleging.
Multiple women I'm
Are
friends
alleging
with
that you
have
are the handsomest boy in town.
have asked me if I am if they have feet that are good enough to be on OnlyFans.
Wait, women are coming to you?
Yes.
Are you a foot connoisseur?
No.
Because I don't trust. Here's the thing: I don't trust foot fetish people.
Why not? Because they've
weirds me
ruined
out.
everything for everybody?
No, I have a bit about this.
What is it?
Where I just don't. Have you ever watched the foot job video?
No, what's the foot job video?
You know where a chick jerks a guy off with her feet?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
It always looks to me like some lady who's like had her arms amputated, who's trying to figure out how to work a pottery wheel with her feet for the first time. Like the dick's flopping around and she's trying to like hold it in place. You're almost cheering for her. You're like, you could do this.
Yeah. I had a buddy thrown off a foot fetish scene in a porno. Because
is this your porno buddy?
He didn't cut his toenails. That's true, dude.
You know what? Pornos should be like the UFC. You know when you go in there, they check your fingernails?
Yeah, dude.
Like the ref checks your fingernails before you enter the cage and your toenails to make sure that they're fucking trimmed.
Had a hangnail the other night.
Wait, was he jerking somebody off?
No, a girl was supposed to be sucking his toes.
He had some long fucking mangled toenails.
He got fucking kicked off the scene, dude.
What a fucking... They're like, dude, you're so... It's crazy how gross... I know this chick who does porn.
Yeah.
And she said... Because she also directs it. Uh-huh. And because I think she's getting older now, she doesn't do as much scene stuff.
Yeah.
But she's like... There was a girl who showed up and she clearly... She had done like some probably like gangbang scene the night before.
Yeah.
Got fucked up, came to work, hadn't showered, smelled.
Oh my God.
And had leftover jizz inside her.
No.
Yeah.
No.
She was like, I just felt terrible for this guy who just had to work through the scene.
Oh, they just made him do it? Because there's no way in hell they would let... If a guy came on with like crusted up pussy all over his fucking dick.
Yeah. No, it probably happens also.
That's disgusting.
She just like went out and partied, didn't take a shower. You know, it's like showing up to a regular job where you're like, fuck, I don't have time to shower.
I had to do a fucking 12-guy... I worked a 12-guy shift yesterday.
Yeah, literally. And she was like, you could... And also she just smelled.
Oh, like what?
Goes,
balls?
She's just like BO and fucking just gangbang.
She smelled like gangbang.
So this guy, poor fucking guy, powered through it.
How'd he power through?
I plugged his nose and just ate the
Oh, he did the fucking thing that morticians do where they rub the fucking...
the smelling salts?
The Vicks Vapo rub under their nose?
I'll be honest with you. I think like smelling salts that they wake people up are... just jizz from a 12-person gangbang that's marinated overnight.
They probably are. Dude, my gut looks terrible because I got this weight belt on.
I think it looks good.
No, it doesn't look good.
Here's the thing, dude. There's a lady. She's big on TikTok, and she has it's a belly button tattoo.
Uh-huh.
And you put it higher up, so when you wear like low-waisted pants, it makes you look taller.
Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
Aaron, would you do this? Aaron looked like 7 feet tall.
No.
You wear because you wear a lot of
belly shirts.
Yeah, you wear belly shirts and your pants low. So if you spray paint, you have to wear pants that cover your belly button. So what you would do is just go up like 6 inches on your stomach. By the way, she did it, and she did look taller.
She did look taller?
She did look taller.
No.
Yeah, because she put the belly button like right up here. Like in the middle of her, between her titties.
No, that looks dumb as fuck.
Dude, I didn't think it was going to work, but she did look tall.
This guy's a fan. Are you going to make your wife do it?
My wife is tall.
Why don't you make me do it so I can finally be over 5'9"? if my stomach's showing.
Maybe I'm not 5'9" at all. Maybe my belly button's just been raised because I always wear my midriffs.
That's true, man.
It is. I was fucking shocked by it though.
Why?
Because she went from like 5'2". I was like, oh, this chick's like 6'3", 6'4".
You did not think she was 6'3".
Dude. I did too.
Okay, but then she's next to things, and you're like, she's half the size of a door.
Well, since there's been like height shaming, the government has forced 7-Eleven to cut their height.
Yeah, it's now called 5'9".
Their measuring stick now just goes 5'13", 5'14".
That's what my aunt says. She's 5'13" because she doesn't want to be. She says no woman should be over 6'1". Yeah. She's saying no woman should be over 6 feet tall. So
how tall is your uncle? Same height?
No, I don't have an uncle on that side. It's just my dad and 2 aunts.
Oh, and they were unmarried.
They're married.
Well, yeah, but how tall is her husband is what I'm saying.
Oh.
That's what an uncle is.
Yeah, true. He's not a blood uncle, though.
You're like, I could fuck him. Legally, I could fuck this guy.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
So, yeah, maybe.
I think he's around my height. I think he's shorter
Holy
than her.
shit.
Yeah.
That's tough. Unless you're like a height fetish type of guy.
My Myrtle Beach girl was 6 feet tall.
That's so tough, though. I don't think I could do it.
I had to put a phone book on the ground to fuck her doggy style. That's for real.
I remember you telling me that.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Boy, did I feel like a man. What a man, what a man, what a
mighty phone book man. Yes, he is.
He's a step out and fuck me.
All right, so you're saying now you have these women are alleging these things.
Yes, so what they're doing is multiple female friends of mine have asked me if they think they can make money off of their feet on OnlyFans.
Whoa. How many?
About 5.
And how many could?
Well, here's the deal. They all think that this is an easy payday. That all they have to do is they're like, I'll just do. And they all have a friend who says, I did it and I only show my feet. I don't show anything else.
And I make $50,000 a month.
Yeah, exactly. They're all saying that. But here's the deal. There is no way that those friends of theirs aren't doing dick ratings or like getting spammed with like boner pigs.
They're putting their toe in their own ass.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
100%. They're not. I said at the very least, there's going to be the heel in the crack fucking pictures and stuff like that.
Here's the thing. They'll be like, I'm not making any money. They're like, oh, yeah, I left out one thing. I also get porked by like 6 guys at once.
Yeah, and I jack guys off with my feet and they come on my fucking feet.
They come on my face.
And multiple have been like, oh, it'd be easy. Like, I've got good feet.
By the way, okay, if you make a lot of money doing anything,
it's not easy, right?
None of it's easy.
No.
Even these chicks that are on OnlyFans making $1 million in the first month, it's not fucking easy.
No, they've got to be doing shit constantly.
There's a lot of fucking work involved. No matter how much money you make, the work is equal to the amount that you fucking make.
Speaking of, I saw an Instagram ad for a class action lawsuit against OnlyFans. Lawyers are now being like, have you been talking to a lady on OnlyFans?
And it's AI?
And it's not them. You could be entitled to big cash rewards. This
is the new mesothelioma, dude.
It is, dude.
Have you or someone you know or a loved one
wasted money on OnlyFans chatting to a woman who didn't exist?
So it's AI.
It's either AI or they're getting assistance and they're saying it's them.
But OnlyFans has to be getting into the AI game. How easy is that for them?
I know,
the platform.
But once that comes out, people will be like,
now, if you jerk off and you come and everything's great, does it really matter that it wasn't real if you thought it was real? Isn't that everything in life?
Yeah, I don't know.
Here's the thing. There might be a class action lawsuit that this is a whole simulation. Who are you going to sue?
That's true. God.
Yeah.
Sue God.
So it's like none of this is real.
I don't know, dude. But they are suing now.
Man,
they're suing
OnlyFans,
which is fucking crazy, dude.
Dude, would you be part of this? I should start joining a bunch so I get it on. You know me. I just got a check for $92 from Apple.
Oh, yeah?
Do you remember my year that I was just making thousands of dollars off class action lawsuits? Yeah, I'm back, baby.
I'm turning in one today.
You got to turn them all in.
I got one that's specific. I've also got some stuff where people sent letters. If you have a letter saying that you lost your identity was stolen because of a data breach, you can make some good money.
You got to get in. My Abby was like, "You got $92?" I go, "Yeah. I told you to fill this out." She goes, "Oh." I go, "It's the easiest thing ever. You just put your name and your address and you mail it, and you just get money."
You would have had
She's like, "I wish I had $92 for nothing." I go,
no shit.
Could've.
Yeah.
All class action lawsuits. Let this be a lesson to you kids. There's money to be made in class action lawsuits.
Do you fill them out online or do you wait till they mail you?
That one actually I just filled out online. They just go here.
Yeah.
First I checked to make sure this was legit, and then I just put my name in. And like my address.
Fuck yeah.
That was it. You just click like, okay, I'm in.
I've got, yeah. All right, here we go. Let me get that cash register going on.
It's just super fucking easy.
My side hustle is class action lawsuits.
Do you want to make $10,000 a month in class action lawsuits?
Do you want to make more money? Sure, we all do.
Dude, it's... Okay, so what did you tell these women? Did you let them down easy?
I said there's no way in hell you are not going to have to do some kind of pornography.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, my friend swear. They all said the same fucking thing, which is my friend swears all she does is post pictures of her feet. Sometimes she steps into Jell-O.
By the way, none of these people go on to, like... You know how many we're comedians? I hear this all the time. They're like, dude, I streamed a fucking thing, I made $500 in a week for one video for like 20 minutes. And you're like, yeah, that's an impossibility.
Yeah.
And then you find out, then there's like, you push on it and people are like, well, actually, here's the deal.
I think that's what's going on. But it was very frustrating because every single one of them swore up and down all they'd have to do.
I don't have to show my face.
Yeah.
I don't even have to show anything.
Yeah, right. That's what they say, though.
Such fucking crazy
And I was
nonsense.
like, are you comfortable with getting constant dick pics in your inbox? And they're like, well, I don't think that'll really happen. They're just into feet, right?
Are you comfortable putting condoms on each of your toes and shoving them in your friend's beaver?
Because they're going to ask for that.
That's what they want, dude. By the way, they're fine. Maybe in the first week, they're like, sweet. If things don't progress from there,
correct.
They're like, I've seen your feet.
I've seen your feet. I need to see cum on your feet.
You know what this is what women imagine that the foot fetish scene is. Them on a beach, videoing their feet with waves gently going over, and then there's sand, and then the sand is washed away.
And people are like, oh, this is so beautiful. Here's $20,000 for the month.
Instead, it's just a guy beating off on blowing loads on your feet.
Yeah.
And then you have to put those toes in your mouth.
Yeah. He's like, I want you to take a shit and then not wipe. Then I want you to sit on your feet and get shit streaks all over. I'm going to throw up. Bottom of your feet and point them at the camera.
Ladies, we're disgusting.
Yeah,
we're dudes. You think that we will just like feet? You're out of your fucking mind.
Even the foot guy's like, yeah, like feet. I'm like, feet up my ass, feet on my balls.
Yeah, I want to see a foot kicking a fucking horse's balls.
Yeah.
And then watch it and then jerk the horse off.
Yeah.
I mean, out of control.
Yeah, it'll be
Wake up, ladies! Wake the fuck up!
There's no such thing as doing a sexual OnlyFans where you don't have to show... your pussy, butt, titties,
face.
Yeah, face, everything. You know?
And by the way, it progresses from there. Like, if you want to make money on there, you got to do straight up porno. Because all the chicks that started with like, I'm just showing my titties, quickly progresses in, my neighbor's here. He's going to rail me with my husband.
Yeah, that's true. There was some cosplay chick that was like famous on Twitter, and she would do like bikini reviews.
Yeah.
Then she got an OnlyFans. She was trying to do just the bikini reviews, no nudity. 1 year later, getting fucking blasted by dude,
if you want to do bikini reviews, go to Sports Illustrated, buy it off the rack. Aaron, you subscribe to a lot of OnlyFans. What is your take on this?
I mean, if you want to make money, show your face.
There you go.
First and foremost.
Yeah, nobody wants to see. Nobody wants to go, ooh, I bet there's a really hot face attached to these sweet feet. And then find out it's some fucking troll.
Yeah, dude. You can at least wear a Mardi Gras mask, because then they can see They can see your
Wear a Lone
lips.
Ranger mask over the eyes.
Oh, speaking of mask over the eyes, have you ever seen Zorro the Gay Blade?
No, but it's George Hamilton, right?
Yeah, it is, dude. In an amazing premise for a movie. What if Zorro had a gay twin brother?
I didn't know. Is that
unbelievable? Yeah, dude. Yeah.
That's a fucking.
I hadn't thought about that movie in for fucking ever.
I always used to see the title and I go, "This is crazy." It was like 1980. Wasn't it?
Dude. He's got a gay. Zorro has a gay blonde British brother named Bunny Wigglesworth. And Zorro breaks his ankle.
He breaks his ankles.
And Bunny Wigglesworth has to dress up as Zorro, but he's gay, so he doesn't want to just wear a plain black thing. So he's wearing like a gold one with like tassels all over it. He's got like a pink costume. He's got a red one. He uses a whip instead of a sword. He whips dudes in the nuts and in the face. Like it's
so. The whole. Do they really expand on this premise that like every scene is about him being gay?
Yeah, mostly. Yeah,
and he's just like, and ladies are coming on to him?
Yeah, because Zorro's fucking all the time.
Yeah.
So there's like ladies sneaking into his room, and he's like trying to push him off and stuff.
No way.
Yeah, dude.
I didn't know that he was that. I thought it was just Gay Blade. Like I thought it was the 80s. So like he's a happy Zorro.
No, dude. It's he's literally like got a gay twin brother who takes over Zorro for him.
That's fucking fantastic.
It's a fantastic premise.
Why did they do it with all of them?
I don't know.
Gay Batman.
Batman
has a brother.
Has a gay brother.
Batman twists his ankle. So his gay brother comes in.
Dude, it's an unbelievable premise. I remember seeing it as a kid and thinking it was the funniest shit ever.
I remember seeing seeing the title a lot. And I didn't know what the actual premise was.
Yeah.
That's wild.
It is what it is.
We need to bring that back.
I hadn't thought about it until I rewatched Goonies with Winnie, and that song whenever they're like doing heroic shit on the pirate ship.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
That's the Gay Blade?
It's the theme from Gay Blade.
And that's all the scenes where he's like pushing women away?
Yeah, he pushes women away, whips dudes in the face.
Does he fuck dudes in it?
I don't know if he fucks dudes. I don't remember him fucking dudes.
Does he talk? Like, is it a stereotypical
big time.
Oh my God. Dude,
it's George Hamilton, right?
Yeah, it's George Hamilton.
He plays both brothers?
He plays both brothers, yeah.
I have imagined the straight brother's not in it very long, right?
He's in it a lot, yeah. Zorro's in it a lot.
That's what they call actor bait.
And that's true.
Because actors, when they're like, I get to play 2 roles in a movie,
yeah,
they're like, I'm in.
A lot of the reviews said it was a little self-indulgent.
A little bit? A little tiny bit.
I remember this one funny thing where it was like, he goes, I hope my brother doesn't do something foolish, like tell everybody and let everyone know he's here. And then he like goes, I'm here. And he's got the cape and the blade, and he's like whipping it around, and it's like, it's unbelievable, dude.
Dude, we should do that with. I'm telling you. You could do Gay Dumb and Dumber, where it's just they have twin brothers who are gay.
Secret gay twin brother that comes out of nowhere who's British and blonde.
Yeah,
is crazy. His name being Bunny Wigglesworth is also crazy.
I also wish that you could still make movies like that because it really is a wild premise.
It is not. So I was watching some clips while I was on the toilet this morning.
You've seen the whole movie though?
Oh yeah, when I was a kid, I saw it multiple times.
Is it funny?
I think it's fucking hilarious, dude. It's fucking great. One of the chicks that he's banging is like the El Capitan's wife, and the Capitan's always pissed as fuck about like getting cuckolded by Zorro, and like he's hiding her in some like a closet or something. And the Capitan like tries to stab through because he thinks someone's in there.
Yeah,
and she like catches it in her huge titties and like stops the blade in her tits.
This is one of those movies that really capitalizes on the premise, is what
100%.
Because a lot of movies, like the premise, they stick with it for like 20 minutes and then they just fucking abandon it for some weird love story.
It's so who the fuck sits around and comes up with an idea? What if Zorro had a gay twin brother?
What do you mean? We do that shit all the time, and then we go, "There's no way they'd make that."
But if we were George Hamilton, we'd make it. He made it himself. He produced it himself.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
I used to know his son.
They said it was a vanity project for him. I said, well, we need more of this shit.
This guy goes, I've been pushing this for 20 years. Gay Zorro. Dude, what a a great fucking
It's
idea.
unbelievable. The gay Zorro is also a way better Zorro. He like...
Oh, he's like a good fighter?
Yeah, he gets shit done. Like, he's constantly saving regular Zorro.
And he doesn't have a fucked up ankle?
He doesn't have a fucked up ankle. He's not wasting his time fucking broads, you know?
Does he ever tell, like, do they ever have a real talk about him being gay? Like, you know, our parents didn't accept you.
I think he says something like, it's always good to keep them guessing about what he prefers.
Well, I would imagine being gay back in, what era was Zorro?
Early 1800s, like 1813.
Yeah, that's a tough time to be gay.
Yeah, it probably
But this guy's living his best life.
Yeah, there's a scene where Zorro goes, he's listening to him talk because Bunny Wigglesworth originally talks with a British accent.
Isn't that where they got the term too, yogo?
What do you mean?
You're only gay once?
What does that mean?
That means take advantage of it.
Oh, that's true. But he goes, there's something with your accent. Like, because it's like him doing like a,
like
a Spanish accent.
A feminine Spanish.
But Bunny's Wigglesworth has a British accent. He goes, whatever do you mean? And he goes, there's something wrong with your bowels. And then he goes, my bowels? And he goes, A-E-I-O. Yeah.
Also, how good is it? They're like, oh, he's gay. He's got to be British.
But then he switches to like gay Mexican accent, and it's hilarious.
Oh my God.
Dude, it's unbelievable.
I've got to watch this thing.
You should watch it, dude. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
There's a lot of screaming. Like,
what do you mean screaming?
A lot of characters scream. And gay Blade screams.
By the way, you're really selling this movie. He goes, the screaming in it's great. It's one of my top. It's one of my top.
It's just crazy to see a guy dressed as a gay Zorro go, ah! It's unbelievable.
Do you just love it because of the nostalgia of?
I don't know. Well, here it is. I think it's because even though it's an extreme stereotype, it is not mean or nasty.
Yeah.
You know, like this guy's clearly a hilarious hero.
He's better than the regular.
He's better than the regular Zorro.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
Because regular Zorro is constantly fucking chicks.
Did you want to be gay
what he was doing
after watching it?
I just liked it, you know?
I'm saying when you were a kid watching it, I think also some people were like, I want to be gay.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, this guy's crushing it. This guy's crushing life. Yogo, dude.
He does try to seduce women. Like, well, he has to at one point. He has to, like, talk.
Like, in order to get out of trouble.
Yeah. He has to talk to this woman. And she goes, why do you talk so much better than my husband? He goes, I'm an intellectual. I am not an idiot. Like, it's just like,
he goes, I fuck dudes. That's why.
I fuck dudes. That's how I know how to talk to chicks.
Yeah, that's why. Because I have to deal with dudes all day long. That is wild. All right, well, I'm going to watch it.
You should watch it, dude.
All these years, I just thought it would be, I was like, there's no way that you could make this work. I would see the title and I would go, there's no way this works.
I didn't know when
You're talking like a British guy. You just did. You're like, I didn't know.
Oh, I didn't know. Yeah, this is Gay Andrew.
Gay Andrew's twin brother.
I did.
What is it? Lakshmi Pandledorf.
Lakshmi Pandledorf. People are going to ask for a Zorro Gay Blade name now.
Lakshmi Pandledorf is it's on the. That's you. That's your gay twin brother who does the show.
Lakshmi. So I have an Indian gay twin brother.
Dude, just because it's an Indian name doesn't mean that you can't name a white guy that.
I thought Rajana Ganja was a boy's name.
By the way, you're going to have to give a tribute to Carl Weathers, the late great Carl Weathers passed away.
That was sad.
A lot of people were saying he's a great man. I heard mixed reviews.
Did you?
I have a buddy who was working at this
on
place,
Yelp,
and he came in to do. I think this place did like voiceover or something, and they introduced. They're like, whoever brought Carl Weathers in was like, "Hey, this is a new guy. He's working here. He's going to be doing this." And he goes, "Give me a Coke."
Yeah.
He didn't say hi or anything. He goes, "Give me a Coke."
Maybe that's how he says hi.
I don't know. But anyway, a fantastic actor, icon, passed. He also was a co-star of somebody that's on this show.
Oh, yeah? Who?
Jesse Ventura, dude. Did you see Predator?
Yeah. You want me to talk about my late friend?
Just say a few
Carl
words
Weathers.
about him.
Okay. What do I want to say about him? You should give me a heads up.
It's called improv.
All right, everybody, take your seats. We got to talk about my late friend, Carl Weathers. He was a commando with me. We went in one-on-one.
Wait a second. No, he was a commando in a movie with you.
No, but in real life, too. What people don't understand is Predator was a documentary. They cut it up. Hollywood cut it up and chopped it into a movie. But what you saw was really happening out there.
That's for real?
That is for real. His bicep really is that big when he shakes your hand.
Is that all you have to say? He had one of the biggest biceps when he shook your hand. And
I can't believe he betrayed Dutch.
He betrayed the whole unit, dude.
Yeah, that includes me.
Great eulogy, Jesse Ventura. Congratulations. Okay, let's go back to
What do you want me to say? He was fantastic on The Mandalorian.
He was.
And he directed a couple episodes as well.
He was as good as a director as he was an actor.
Yeah. One time in the middle of the night, I thought one of his biceps was a lady's butt cheek. It was just flexing and throbbing while we were all camped out together, and I reached over and started making out with it. He turned to me and said, "Hey, idiot, this is a man's arm you're Frenching right now." I said, "Just go with it, Carl. Go with it. Pitch your voice up and tell me I'm doing a good job."
That's a pretty personal story. Fairly iconic, too.
Well, we have a lot of stories like that.
Well, let's spread them out throughout the show.
You know, one time we fell asleep.
Yeah, what happened? What happened when you fell asleep?
He was asking me if I was warm enough. I said, I'm very warm. I've got my hand in between two warm pillows.
Wait.
And he looks at me and says, "Those aren't pillows."
Was John Hughes around, or did Carl Weathers regale this story to John Hughes? Because that's in another movie.
Oh, it is?
Years later, yeah.
Another documentary, I assume.
Well, it could be. It's called Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Okay.
So do you think that this story kind of went around Hollywood because it was so famous?
I do.
And John Hughes was like, "Hey, I got an idea for that."
I went to a diner with Carl Weathers one time. He had an extra long straw, and he stuck it under the table.
And
it went up around, and it went into someone else's milkshake, and he drank their milkshake.
Okay, hold on here a second. Now, that's also a scene in a movie. Do you think that also became an iconic Hollywood story?
I'll never forget a story Carl Weathers once told me. He said when he was in 5th grade, he pushed his sister Edie down the stairs. When he was in 4th grade, he stole his Uncle Benny's toupee, and he glued it to his face when he played Moses in his Hebrew school.
Wait a second. I'm sensing a trend here. So a lot of movies are based on you and Carl Weathers' adventures together.
The ugly truth about Hollywood, O'Neill. Stolen valor.
Yeah,
they take from us. They take from the real troops out there on the ground.
I think maybe the most fascinating one is this long straw story.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
He shoved it under the table, and I sat there and I watched him drink that lady's milkshake.
All right. Well, stay tuned for more iconic stories.
He adopted 4 kids when they were little. He found them in the sewer, and he took care of them. He trained them in martial arts.
Were they really kids?
Well, they were turtles.
Wait a second.
One of his sons, Raphael, had a real anger problem. He had to pull him aside. I'll never forget this life advice. He said to Raphael, he said, "You are unique amongst your brothers, for you choose to face this battle alone."
Wait, was that really Raphael? He was pulled aside and said he's better than the others?
No, he was unique amongst his brothers because he chooses to face this battle alone.
His anger issues?
Yeah, but as you do not forget them, and do not forget me.
And this is Carl Weathers saying this.
Yeah, he was dressed as a rat.
Why?
Work was hard to get back then.
So He had to play rats?
He had to live as a rat for years. They did a documentary about it. It's called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie.
Oh, I thought it was Rat Boy.
Well, he was in that as well.
All right, well, stay tuned. We've got more stories.
Oh, you think I'm done? Eulogizing my best friend?
We're going to spread it out throughout the show.
All right.
So if we can talk to Andrew.
Okay, hey, how's it going?
All right, so we have...
What happened? Did I miss anything?
Yeah, Jesse Ventura called in.
Oh, yeah, did he?
Yeah. You went to the bathroom. When you went to the bathroom, Jesse Ventura came in to talk about Carl Weathers. You wouldn't believe the bullshit he said.
Every time I go to take a shit, Jesse Ventura just...
Thank God we have him on speed dial. Because you're like, dude, I got to take a dump. Let's call Jesse.
Let's get Jesse back in here, dude.
All right, so ladies, lesson learned. OnlyFans.
I've got an OnlyFans for my feet, and I only show my feet, O'Neill.
How much do you make per month?
I make $30.
That's not bad. I mean, if you think about that, that's 2 tickets to a movie every month.
I have to post 8 hours of video a day, and I show my face and also my penis.
By the way, you would have to fucking stream for 12 hours a day to make $50 a month.
Yeah,
just showing your feet
and my penis and my face and my social security card.
By the way, you would have to have fucked up feet. I think that's the only thing that stands out now.
I do. I have a mole on them in the shape of Carl Weathers.
Jesus. All right. Let me tell you real quick. My mom got scammed last week.
Oh no! What are these? Yeah. What are these comments saying? There was
people are saying y'all handed out Gay Blade Wizard names. Yes, we did. Someone wants to know, why are we changing the name again?
We'll get to it.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
We don't know if we have to, but we'll get to it.
What does it say? You know what they say? Once you show the feet, then you show the meat.
And then you skeet.
Yeah, definitely. So my mom's 79 years old. She goes to the grocery store last week. She's coming out, and it's pre-packed parking lot, and she sees a woman. She's putting the groceries and stuff into her trunk, and a woman's approaching her. It's like white lady. She's well dressed, and the lady's holding lottery tickets.
Uh-oh.
And the lady goes, excuse me. She's also holding a $20 bill. She's like, excuse me. And she has like an Eastern European accent.
Yeah.
She's probably like Russian or fucking whatever.
Yeah.
You know, not good. If you hear a Eastern European accent, you better run for the hills.
Yeah.
Because something bad's
in a parking lot? Yeah.
So she goes, hey, you dropped $20. And my mom's like, $20? I didn't drop $20. I fucking paid, you know, I didn't have $20 on me to drop. She's like, I didn't drop it. She goes, no, I saw you drop it. So my mom's like, she goes, here, take it. She goes, okay, maybe I did drop it. So she takes the 20, and then the lady goes, oh, do you have $1? Can I have $1 for, you know, because I want to buy a lottery ticket. I don't have any cash. So my mom's like, well, this lady I guess I dropped $20. She found it. She goes, yeah, I'll give you $1. So my mom opens her wallet. And the lady's standing like right next to her.
Yeah.
And my mom's like looking for $1 through, like, she has 5s or 10s or something. And the lady points and she goes, oh, there's $1 right there, like almost touching the dollar. So my mom takes the $1 out, gives it to the lady, and the lady's like, thanks. And then the lady just my mom turns to like put stuff in and then turns around again. The lady's gone, vanished.
Yeah.
And so then my mom's like, this is fucking weird. And so she gets home, and then maybe 20 minutes has gone by. She goes, there's something weird about that interaction. She looks in her wallet, and her debit card's been stolen. So this lady, she probably had something sticky on her. So when she was pointing at that fucking $1 in there, she was swiped out her debit card.
Oh my God.
And so this is a slick move. But luckily my mom goes, what the fuck? So she calls right away. No charges or anything on it.
Yeah.
But then my mom has this $20 bill that she had gone to like Petco and she had bought something. She used that $20 bill already.
Yeah.
So she didn't know if it was fake or real. But either way, my mom canceled her card, but she ended up making $20 out of the whole fucking situation.
That is crazy.
So beware, ladies and gentlemen. So this lady was like right on her. My mom was like, you know, you're first of all, you're like, oh, this lady, you don't think anything's bad because she just brought $20 to you. All she wants is $1, and she's trying to help you, and then she just swipes your fucking credit card out of there.
It was probably a fake 20.
I know, but she goes, I didn't know, and Petco took it, so...
That's a picture of George Hamilton on one
That's
side.
a picture of the lady giving her the finger. But I got your fucking debit card, bitch.
Holy shit, that fucking sucks, dude.
You can't trust anybody, man. If anybody's like, they got $20, you're like, I'd keep it. Leave it the fuck alone.
I got scammed in Chicago hard as fuck.
Do it for what?
I was dating Pancakes at the time, and Pancakes came out of the building she worked in, and she gave me all her clothes she wanted to change into at my apartment.
Yeah.
And a big purse. So I had like a purse with like high heels and stuff and all this other shit sticking out of it.
Yeah.
And I must have looked like the biggest dope in the world. Like where she's like take all this shit.
Look at this drag queen over here.
No, she like hands me to, this guy was watching.
Oh, he was watching. Okay.
And she hands me this purse and all this shit. And she's like, if you want me to come over tonight, you have to have this. Oh, I have to have I don't want to have my work clothes on or whatever.
Yeah.
You know? So she hands me all this fucking shit, right? And then this guy comes right up to me, and I'm walking around with a purse full with high heels and all this other fucking shit. And he's like talking to me, and he's like, "Yo, bro, how's it going, man?" This was like a middle-aged black guy, you know. But he's like keying in on the fact that I look like a stoner, you know. And he's like, "I bet you love Dave Grohl," and I was like, "What?"
You're like, nope. Wrong again.
And he goes, "What do you do for a living?" And I told him everything. I was like, I work at blah, blah. I work at Chicago Public Radio and blah, 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 you know, like,
yeah.
And he goes, "Oh man, I was a music producer. I worked with Dave Grohl." And
now I just go up to guys on the street and randomly start talking to them.
Yeah. Yeah. And he was talking about some session he was in with Dave Grohl and all this other stuff.
And by the way, did you tell him you like Dave Grohl?
Yeah, I said yes, but I don't know why, because I don't like Dave Grohl.
But also sometimes it's easier to say yes than no.
Correct.
You're like, yeah, cool, all right. See,
he's just walking with me talking and stuff, and he was talking about how much weed Dave Grohl used to smoke and all this other shit, and I was like, oh yeah, and he goes, "You look like you smoke a lot of weed," and I was like, "Yeah, man, I love smoking weed." He goes, "Dude, I got the best weed, man. I got this shit from like some music producer I'd never heard of." He goes, "It fucks me up, dude. You know what? I'm gonna break you off a piece of this just from me, you know." And so he like takes something out of his pocket, he puts it in a baggie, and then he wraps it in another baggie, and then he seals it with a lighter.
Oh,
and
fucking Jesus! Dude.
And he's like,
he goes, "I'll be 3 blocks away by the time he gets this thing open."
And then he's like, "Shake my hand real quick. That's how we'll do it." And I go, "Oh yeah, okay." He goes, "Just be cool. Shake my hand." So I shake his hand. He puts the weed in my pocket, in my hand. And then he's like, "Yo, I'm going to need like $20 for that weed." And I go, "Oh, yeah, sure. No problem." And then like, so he walks me to like an ATM.
Oh, what?
And like, I put my ATM card in. He's right on me, and he's watching me put my fucking number in and everything. I thought I was getting held up,
but basically, like, you didn't have to do. I
didn't have to do any of this shit, right?
I get it though. I get it.
And so like, I'm putting in my number and all this other fucking shit, and like. And then he's like, no, it's actually $40. I need $40.
What the fuck?
And I was like, at this point, I think that I'm being robbed, you know?
Yeah. Is this daylight or night?
So it's daytime. It's in the middle of the day, you know? So I give him $40, you know, and I get my thing back, and I go back to work or whatever. And I still think, hey, well, at least I have like a whole bunch of weed.
At least I got that Dave Grohl shit. I'm going to smoke this shit up.
So Pancakes comes over. I go, "Hey, don't worry about bringing any wine over. I got like a crazy story. This guy gave me like this huge hookup."
And all I had to do was let him follow me to the ATM, watch me punch in my pin, and then give him $40.
A ton of weed. I got a ton of fucking weed in my pocket right now. And so she comes over, and I pull out the baggie. I get out my weed bowl, and I start opening it, and I'm like, "Dude, look how much this is. This is a huge nugget." And then
what is it?
I open it's wrapped in black, and I open that up, and it's just a bunch of newspaper.
Shredded newspaper?
It's been like crushed up. It's been crushed up, you know?
He didn't even use like oregano or anything.
No. It was just news. It was literally just newspaper, you know?
And then did you go back? As that guy became your dealer from then on?
I never saw him again, but someone else tried to do that method on me.
That must have been like a go.
It was a scam. Someone else came up to me. He goes, "You look like, hey man, you look like you smoke weed." And I was like, "What?"
He's like, "You like Dave Matthews Band?"
He was like talking about bands or whatever, and he kept going, "Ha, bro, you're so funny, dude," and like all this other stuff.
That's the worst. Is like you can't shake those guys because you know they'll follow you for like a block. You're like, no, thanks, and they're like, "Let me ask," and they're just always trying to find something. They're like, "Do you like this?" And you're like, "Dude, just stop."
Yeah, and I remember going into the office and being like, "Hey, I have to go into work. You can't be talking about smoking weed with me." This is back in early 2000s, so it was illegal as fuck. And he was like, I was like, I'll get it up with you later. And he's like, I was like, you can give me your number or something. This is before I got scammed by this $40 guy. This is another guy who was trying to scam me.
I like, like, let's exchange email addresses and stay in touch.
And he goes, I don't have a cell phone. You can just go down to the Blues Factory. Do you remember that place?
No.
What is it called?
House of Blues?
House of Blues.
The Blues Factory, also known as House of Blues, ladies and gentlemen. Have you ever gone to the Store Factory, known as Kmart?
He goes, I'll be down at the House of Blues. I'm a producer there. I got some bands coming in. You can.
By the way, why would he be a producer at the fucking
at a
House
fucking
of
restaurant?
Blues? Yeah, I know.
The Blues Factory was across the street from the Comedy Store, so I mean,
is that true?
The House of Blues. Yeah, it was directly across. It used to be, yeah. And then it was the Dan Aykroyd brainchild, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was like chicken wings and jam bands.
But I didn't put it together that guy was trying to rip me off as well, and that he wouldn't have been at Blues Factory either. House of Blues. Right. You know, like he wouldn't have been there until I got ripped off by this guy. You know,
and then you realized, holy shit, it almost happened to me twice.
Yeah, it almost happened to me twice.
Maybe, dude, what if there's a picture of you going around with all these guys that scam? They have like a meeting every month, and they're like, this is the guy you got to go to.
I think I looked like the guy for sure.
You would, yeah, because you look like you're like friendly.
Yeah, and I can't shake these guys either. You know, that guy walked with me almost a mile.
Yes, because you gave him something.
Yeah.
You go Dave Grohl. He's like, I got this guy.
Yeah.
If I work him hard enough, I'll get him.
And he did. Yeah.
I'm lucky that doesn't happen to me much because I have like a resting bitch face.
I gotta start having that.
I don't know I have it. It's part of my autism.
Can I practice mine with you?
Yeah. Let me see it. You look like a guy I take advantage of even more. A guy walking around like this. Dude, you look retarded. So I would definitely go, this guy. I'll get this guy.
I look pork narded. I don't
pork narded. Dude, if you had that face, you would get scammed all the time. That face screams. You're like,
don't scam me.
You're like Tim Robinson over here.
Did I tell you a guy threatened to kick the shit out of me at Dunkin' Donuts because he thought I was scamming him when I told him that an eclair wasn't the same price as a donut?
I've been seeing a lot of videos of people at like donut shops and fast food restaurants getting the shit beat out of them by people jumping over the counter. People think this is new, but this has been going on for a while.
Yeah. I was 14 when I was working at Dunkin' Donuts because I got a temporary South Carolina license at 14 by having to work.
That's crazy. That's some like old plantation shit.
It is. Yeah,
where they're like, hey, we need you to drive.
Here's your fucking 14-year-old license. That's crazy, by the way.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely fucking ridiculous.
But this guy came
Here's
in.
your license and some blocks to put to your feet so you can reach the pedals.
You got to get one of those fucking Matt Roloff kits.
Yeah.
Where he had the pedal extensions.
I asked the DMV where I was supposed to keep my driving pacifier.
You're like, do you have a blankie holder on this car?
I was going to say, does this have a Baba holder?
You just hang a giant stuffed animal from the rearview mirror.
And I said, don't worry about it. I'll just suck my thumb. I'm manual.
Go, just you and me, Mr. Barry Pants. Big old stuffed animal in the passenger seat.
Well, this guy came in and he said he wanted a dozen donuts. He was listing all the donuts and he was like, and I want chocolate eclair. And I go, okay, but that doesn't count as a donut. And he goes,
why, it's a different price?
Yeah, it's a different price.
What? Also, now I'm about ready to jump over the counter.
It's twice the size of a donut.
An eclair is no, but what if you get a giant fucking
cream
bear claw?
Well, that doesn't count as a donut either. Only donuts count as donuts.
It has to be round with a hole in the middle.
Yeah, dude, or a jelly donut. Yeah.
How much more is are those than the regular?
It's like
donut?
25 cents more. You know.
Fuck you.
But it doesn't count towards the 12. You know.
Dunkin' Donuts really fucked up there. Just raise everything by like 3 cents.
It was a franchise. It was the owner's decision.
Oh,
you know?
It was.
Yeah.
So you're not blaming Big Dunkin' Donuts.
I'm not gonna take my wrath out on Big Donut
because I could see how that could cause a real serious problem. They're donuts.
Yeah.
Just fucking make them. Give me a dozen of whatever's in here.
Well, so I was like, you can get a dozen donuts.
It's not like there's like a steak in there. You're like, I'll take the steak. I'll take a bear.
But this is going to be separate too. And the dozen donut box fits a dozen donuts. It didn't fit a dozen donuts and an eclair and fucking all this other shit.
This is a major problem that I hope they've rectified.
I hope so too. But he started getting
30 years.
He started getting more and more pissed off. And I was like, look, it's on the menu. Donuts are this price. The eclairs are this price. And he goes, I'm a fucking veteran. Like, that's what he said to me. He was like this 65-year-old man. He goes, I'm a fucking veteran. I go, okay, yeah, no, there's a veteran's discount. I can give you a veteran's discount.
Yeah,
on
so
that.
then that should go ahead and eliminate the extra price. By the way, the eclair, how much is it? It's not like it's $10 more.
No, it was like 25 cents more, you know? And I go, so do you want the eclair? And he goes, what are you saying? It's not a donut? And I go, yeah, it doesn't count as a donut. And he goes, you know what? I think you're trying to screw me, and I should kick your fucking ass right now. And then I
love how some people are so fucking irrational that there's nothing that you could. The guy's mad. He sees a 14-year-old kid. He goes, I could probably whoop this kid's ass. I'll take it out on him.
It is crazy. It's crazy. My manager had to come out. He was smoking weed in the back. Had to come out and be like,
he goes, hey, this is just newspaper.
He goes, get the fuck out of here, man. No one cares about your Marine Corps bullshit.
How old was that guy?
That guy was old too. He was super old. He had a long gray ponytail too. He looked crazy.
By the way, that you always should ask a veteran. You're like, okay, what did you do in the service?
Yeah.
Because it got to be something legit. Because I had a buddy who was a Marine, and he was like, "Oh, there's Marines that just do plumbing and sanitation."
Well, I don't know why he told me that he was a Marine while he was angry at me. I guess to scare me.
Scare you, yeah.
But I was 14. Of course I'm scared.
Yeah.
You know?
You should have said you didn't need to say anything. Just being an adult scares me.
That's true.
You're like, you could say, you should just for future threatenings, you should go ahead and just leave out that you're a veteran.
Dude, I had to work this store by myself almost because, like, the manager would be in the back smoking weed or, like, fucking hanging out with his friends or getting, like, yelled at by his wife or whatever, like, on the back phone in the office.
Yeah.
And it'd just be me. And anytime I had to take a dump or something,
you're like,
the store was empty.
Dude, that's what people are like. Dude, you know, there's guys sitting out in their car. They're like, he's going to take a dump soon. This guy's like clockwork. He goes, as soon as he takes the dump, we jump over the counter, we steal all the donuts, and we're done.
Dude, it was crazy. My manager's brother came in one time while I was taking his shit, and he drank all the creamers. And I said, what the fuck are you doing? He goes, I'm Phil's brother or whatever. And like,
he told me I'd come in and drink all the
He had cream all in his beard. And he goes,
do you remember that? I remember used to go to coffee shops and I would pound creamers. Do you remember that was a thing?
He was pounding creamers.
It's so gross.
And his wife was in a doorless car out in the parking lot.
Wait, what?
A doorless car. And he goes,
was it, a VW thing? Or was it like
No. It was a car without doors. It's just a shitty old car. And he goes, can you believe it? That car was give to me free. And I was like, that's crazy. I go, how many of those creamers did you drink? And he goes, all of them. That's good. And I was like, well,
got my dairy for the day.
Dude, it was fucking crazy.
Working
there, fucking. I should not have been working there, man.
But back then, you could, like, now you wouldn't find. I mean, Jesus, you find fucking 30-year-olds working at Dunkin' Donuts.
True, yeah.
I remember my parents used to go on vacation once a year with my little sister. It was a thing they started doing after we got old enough to watch the motel. My sister would watch it during the day. My brother and I would work at the farm. And then at night, I was 16. I had to watch the motel at night. And so I just had a handgun. Every time someone rang the doorbell late at night, I would just put the handgun and behind the door and open and see what they wanted.
I should have had a gun.
Yeah. But these are like these are teenagers. We're not even adults at this time.
I'd work until 2:00 in the morning.
You're like,
that's fucking crazy. a 14-year-old driving home, and I get high. 14. My manager would get me high as fuck before I drive home too. Dude. Driving home stoned at 14 with a real job. With a farm license.
With a job, having like a job. Going, don't wake me up in the morning to your mom. Dude. I worked a fucking late night shift. You let me sleep.
It was crazy, man.
It's fun though.
That shit was wild. Well, I don't know if it was fun.
It makes you a better fucking person.
That's true.
It makes you a lot better, more capable person.
Sometimes I take a bag of trash donuts home with me too. That was nice.
Do you ever use that thing now when you're threatening a teenager behind the counter? You go, I'm a veteran.
And I think you're trying to screw me.
You should do the Jesse Ventura. You know who I am?
I'm Jesse Ventura, and I want to pay for a donut, not a Long John.
Dude, what was the... Oh, I told you when I was in Chicago, and this is when I stopped touching homeless people altogether. These friends I knew had befriended like a homeless guy because I went to Columbia College, and so it was across the street was fucking homeless everything.
Yeah.
Because it's right on Michigan Avenue. And then they brought him over and they're like, meet our friend. You know, because back then you're like, oh, these homeless guys are pretty cool. And so he stuck his hand out. I shook him and something poked me. Poked my fucking hand. Well, blood in it. I don't know. Probably a dirty syringe, a weapon. I have no fucking idea. But in my head I go, I think maybe I have AIDS.
Yeah.
But then I didn't want to say anything and embarrass anybody. Yeah. So I was like, so I just went home and just fucking tried to disinfect it and got all fucking swollen and shit.
Oh my God.
So then I was like, maybe I have hepatitis.
Yeah.
It could have just been poking me with a dirty fucking syringe. I go, what do I do? Why am I touching homeless people?
Dude, fuck that, man.
Yeah. Done. I'm not shaking anybody's hand.
Yeah. A homeless guy in Chicago got mad at me because I wouldn't shake his hand, but he was a burn victim. And his hand was completely charred up and mangled. And he tried to get me to shake his hand.
Well, I could see how you'd be bad at that. I'm not touching that fucking.
Well, I
thought I had duty on it or something.
No.
You go, it's fucking.
He jumped out of the bushes and he goes, like that, and then he goes, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you, shake my hand. And he had a fucking burnt up hand.
Oh, so he knew what he was doing.
And I was like, and he goes, you want to shake my hand, you fucking piece of shit, like super loud. And I was like, yo, okay, calm down. And he goes, you're not even a man, you won't shake my hand. My girlfriend was with me and she goes, yeah, you're not being manly right now, you need to shake his hand. So she made me shake this.
And how would it feel like?
Oh, dude, it was crazy feeling.
It was like
also, I think he wiped his ass with it.
Yeah,
it smelled like cheesy duty for sure.
Oh, okay.
I think you guys both just described encounters with Freddy Krueger.
Combine those two stories, and you have Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3.
Fucking sleepwalking.
Dude, fuck that. I don't think you should shake anybody's hand.
Yeah,
I think it's done. Just fist bump.
That was Myrtle Beach. She was super mean to me. She made me go into a convenience store while I was getting robbed because she wanted snacks.
She's like, just go in there now.
It's for real. Have I told the story on Boner City or anything like that?
I don't think so.
We pulled up to a convenience store and the guy with a ski mask, stuck his head around the corner and did this. He did the throat slitting thing to us. Yeah, like don't come in here, you know?
Is that the day he goes, don't go in?
Because they were like leaned up against the wall and I go, this place is getting robbed right now. And
like they were getting ready to go in.
Yeah, they were getting ready to go in.
Yeah.
And she goes, you are such a fucking pussy. Oh, you always think something's happening. So I walk into the store because she's browbeating me and get her fucking ranch corn nuts or whatever the fuck that she wants.
Yeah.
I go up to the counter and the guy at the counter is like, he's giving me he's like not saying anything. He's just gritting his teeth, you know? And then I look around and there's guys with guns in the fucking store now. And I go, I'll get this later. And then I just leave through the store and I get in the car and she goes, where the fuck are the snacks?
Dude,
she goes, go back in there. And then I call the police right then, you know? And we drove off and called the police.
This is sometimes why people get punched in the face. You're like, shut the fuck up.
I know, dude. That's crazy. She made me go in there, and then she couldn't put together that it was being robbed. You know, she thought I was being lazy. You know,
dude. By the way, great excuse. I don't want to go in there. It's being robbed. You're just fucking lazy. You lazy piece of shit. Why would you come up with something like that,
dude? It is crazy. Like when we went home, I was so shaken up by it, and then like. one of my roommates was like, "You got to call the police." I go, "I already called the police." He goes, "Okay," and then like he had like some kind of like website that you could go to that listed like police. Like whatever, what are they called?
Police blotter?
Yeah, police blotter kind of thing. He goes, yeah, that place was getting robbed, dude.
Jesus Christ. Did you show her? And she's like, I don't care.
She was like, yeah, okay, but they're robbing the store. They're not robbing you.
Dude, it's unbelievable that we function as a society with so many irrational people.
Yeah.
People who you go, hey, this is a fact. This is what's happening. And they're like, I don't care. This is what I want.
Yeah.
It's fucking wild.
Yeah, dude. That's
wild.
That's the chick that my dad asked if she was mentally disabled after we broke up.
My own dad was like that.
Was he?
He just would. He's just like, you're like, yeah, this is the thing. And he's like, he just like, no, but that's not gonna happen.
There's a lot of people who I'm so jealous of how unaware they are of the world.
Yeah,
you know. They don't care about.
It doesn't end well though.
No,
for them.
But the middle is fine.
Yeah, they have a good run where it's like this is actually working in my favor, being this fucking ignorant of everything.
Yes, yeah.
And then one day, it fucking crashes down on them.
Yes, it does.
All the damage in the wake of fucking years of being completely oblivious. Once you hit like 45, you're done.
I think that's when it happens.
You're fucking
I think it's
done.
It is when it happens.
One, you're probably broke.
Yeah.
You probably also owe a fuckload of money because those people are also like, don't worry, things will work out. I'll find a way to pay this off. And you're with a bunch of fucking lunatics as like a spouse or something.
Yeah, dude.
You're trapped. It's, oh my God. Because I used to think, man, ignorance really is bliss. But it is bliss until the point that it just is a nightmare.
True.
Fucking crazy.
But every now and then I'd love to just be able to turn my brain into that mode.
I know.
Wouldn't it be incredible?
Because you can get a lot of shit done because just like anything's possible. You don't weigh.
It's the secret to success.
You don't weigh the obstacles that you're going to have to hurdle when you jump into something.
No, hell no. They don't think about anything.
No, they just go, hey, let's just do it.
They don't think about anything.
Fuck, dude. Well, let's jump into this. We were being stalked by a dentist that we went to one time.
Now, tell everybody who are not from California, specifically Los Angeles. Dentists in Los Angeles are a whole nother breed.
Definitely, dude. By the way, it's like an exclusive club to get into. So we had a dentist that my brother-in-law, he was friends with this kid whose dad was a dentist. So I went to the guy for like 15 years. I love the guy. I trusted the guy. And so he just retired.
Yeah.
And I didn't, it was a long drive. They were way down by the beach, but I trusted him. So I used to make the drive. You know, I get my teeth cleaned.
But people do that. People do that in Los Angeles because it's hard to fucking trust a dentist out here. So they will drive an hour and a half to go see a dentist they trust. Because everybody, when they move here, they get a dentist. And everyone I know who got a dentist, they say the first thing they go is, well, you got to have a root canal.
Dude, first dentist I had, by the way, I've never had a cavity. I've never had one since. This guy, at some point he goes, oh, you have a cavity. He's like, this is most likely going to turn into it. So he did the drilling, filled it in. I'd never had a cavity up until then. And I know for a fact he used to tell me, he goes, you need to come in every 4 months for a cleaning.
Yeah.
And he goes, your teeth are going to fall out. He goes, if you even bite into it, this, by the way, keep in mind, this is almost 20 years ago.
Yeah.
He goes, your roots are so short from having braces that if you bite into an apple, your front teeth will rip out. This is what he told me.
Yeah.
And I was like terrified. By the way, 20 years later, no problem with my fucking teeth.
Yeah.
So finally, I had to get away from him. I went to this guy. It was great. Then he retired. So we try to go to a place near us. It's a 7-month waiting list to get in.
Jesus Christ.
Because they're good. And it's like $500 initial visit. So we're like, well, we're not going to do that. So then my sister recommends this place near her. And so we go to this lady. This lady does, I shit you not, 21 fucking pictures for dental x-rays. Because she goes, you have to get x-rays. It's $300.
Yeah.
You have to get x-rays and then a consultation. I said, we want a cleaning. So she goes, oh, I can't clean your teeth. She goes, I'm worried that I'll do damage. So I have a periodontist who I also go to. I'm gonna tell you to go to him. He's gonna clean your teeth, and then we're gonna alternate. So every like 3 months, you're gonna see me, and then another 3 months, you're gonna see him. And I go, this is insane. So we paid the $300. My wife, by the way, she didn't say that. She's just scraped a little bit on her teeth and took all the photos, and then she goes, "We've run out of time." And so
what the fuck? We've run out of time?
Yeah. She goes, because you had an hour.
Both of you together?
No, each. But the photos took so fucking long because they took so many. By the way, we took the x-rays to the new dentist. She goes, I've never seen anybody take this many fucking pictures in my life. Yeah. This is insane. So then she goes, we'll make an appointment. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to make an appointment now. So my wife was like, well, because my wife always does this. She goes, well, I'll make an appointment. And I was like, no, you're not. And so she made an appointment for herself. And I was like, fuck this. Because I already knew I'm not coming back to this.
Yeah, dude.
So every fucking week, the lady, but we canceled immediately after we got home. You know how it kind of dawns on you at the time. You're like, this is a scam. And then when you get home, you have time to stew on it. You go, oh, we were totally fucked on this.
Yes.
I didn't get my teeth cleaned. I didn't need x-rays. I don't give a fuck about x-rays.
Yeah.
So this lady then every week for the past, I don't know how long, they have called us. And after the 6 month or 3 month period where they said you need to come back, has been calling both of us. We sent him an email, said, hey, we moved. We got the x-rays, and we go, we've gone to a different dentist. Doesn't matter. Keeps calling.
Yeah.
And then my wife now just got a message. By the way, this is a year. A year is we probably got a dozen phone calls. And by the way, if she calls, then I'll answer it on this fucking. I'll answer it on this show because
you have to tell them it's recording in California.
You're being recorded in California.
Yeah.
So she now says, "Oh, there's a billing issue. You need to call us right." So, by the way, psychos, we're not going to do you think you're going to get us on the phone and then somehow you're going to talk us into coming back to fucking visit you? We know you're out of your mind.
This has never happened to me in any city outside of Los Angeles.
Yeah, there's predatory dental services.
It's worse than going to like a shitty mechanic who's like gonna be like, oh, you need your fucking suspension changed or whatever, you know?
I read a whole article about dental practices upselling you on shit. So this dentist, he got out of the school, he was looking, and this guy was selling his practice in Los Angeles, in my neighborhood. And he looked at the guy's books and he goes, wow, this guy makes a lot of fucking money. So he bought the practice. He took out a loan, bought the practice, shitload of money, and then he wasn't making any money. And then he started talking to the patients, and he realized that every one of his patients had been upsold on $10,000 worth of dental work, cosmetic shit that didn't need to be done, and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So he was like, oh, fuck, I got ripped off. Like the books were basically padded with fake dental work.
Yeah.
Unnecessary.
It's crazy because every person I know that's never had a cavity in their lives
comes to LA.
Move to LA. We need to do an emergency root canal right now.
Yeah, man.
And it's going to be $3,000.
It's fucking. It's like an unregulated industry.
Yeah, it is. It's like the Wild West. It might as well be a fucking barber in the Wild West who's doing surgery on you.
That's what they say. You know? I have a friend who's an orthodontist in Indiana. And they tell them, they're like, you want to make money? You go to California.
Do they really say that?
No, but I'm going to ask them if they do.
It's some of California's gold. Now, you're a dentist who rips people off, and I have a TV show. Isn't that something?
But I can't believe, I don't know what the psychology behind us never telling her multiple times we don't want to go and never answering the call. And then now using this gimmick of like, there's a billing issue. Everything was paid. We didn't have any issue.
There was a dentist that we looked at that.
By the way, we're switching over to the Patreon.
Oh yeah. Let's do the. You want to do the thing?
Yes. Perfect time for Aaron to take his dump.